So good, but unfortunately, a little bit sad. I am a little bit sad. We have some unfortunate news. Dimaga has received a double walkover. We don't know where he is. I'm sure he's fine, but unfortunately, he will not be playing any games today in the group. So we will pour out one for our homie, Mr. Dimaga, and move on into Jon Snow versus Holy Hit. This will be the last match of the group. We move right to the decider match. Jon Snow, Holy Hit, best of 3. Whoever wins moves on. Whoever loses is the supreme loser and doesn't move on at all.
Yep. We have seen pretty decent play from both players tonight. So I'm curious how they'll do. PvZ, again, I'm always excited to see some PvZ here.
Mm-hmm. It's a very fun matchup. Very wild, very changing, very Immortal focused.
It is. Immortal's my favorite unit, so it makes me very happy to see so many.
Sweet. How long has Immortal been your favorite unit? Has it always been? You like the new Immortal? Are you a bandwagon Immortal fan?
Oh, I've been an Immortal fan since HOTS.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've always loved the Immortal.
It's pretty awesome.
I learned to utilize it in PvZ, and I've just always been a big fan, so to see them, you know, continue to be strong with LOTV, it makes me happy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. My favorite unit is the Lurker.
Ooh.
And that was my favorite unit in Heart of the Swarm Wings of Liberty as well, but I couldn't build it because it wasn't in the game. But it was still my favorite unit. So happy. I played mostly random throughout Hot Wings, and then once Void came around and I found out there was going to be a Lurker, I was like, okay, it's time to play a lot of Zerg. And hopefully we both get to see our favorite units in this matchup here. It's definitely possible. We do have spawning. In the bottom right of the map of gold, it is the pink Protoss. Holy Hit.
And spawning in the top left, his opponent, our red Zerg, it is Jon Snow. Going for that very fast spawning pool.
Yeah. I didn't see the actual number that came down. That was really fast. This is going to be, no gas. So this is going to be one of those moves where you just get a bunch of things out pretty quick and you take expansion behind it. Sometimes you'll even take a double expansion behind it, but that's crazy stuff. Occasionally, though, we do see crazy stuff on the RSL, but, you know, you got to keep that in mind. Could get a little crazier.
We do have a Nexus first here from Holy Hit. He might have a harder time defending that Nexus with the 6 Zerglings coming across the map. But
this is worst case scenario.
Yeah, this probe will see them. The question is, what will Holy Hit do when he realizes that these lings are on the way?
8 lings built or building so far. 6 going to move across the map, followed by the 7th and 8th once they finish up. And it's very likely to go back to droning after this. No, going for some more lings. He's pushing. He's getting pretty aggressive here. This should relatively easily cancel this expansion and put Jon Snow at an economic lead as long as he can drone up after this. Or he might just aggress all the way and try to make a win out of this.
Yeah, we've still got a lot more Zerglings on the way. No drones being made. The
just
lings
moving
have
right
arrived,
into the main
they're gonna
here.
Go right into the main. Yes, the probes are being pulled.
Don't lose some mind
Zealot,
time
it's
there.
being chronoed out, but it's not going to be out still for quite a while as far as this game goes. And the Zerglings, they already get 3 probe kills. We'll be looking at getting some more here too, most likely.
Yeah, very nice. A lot of lost mining time here due to all of this micro. And the Zealot finally is out, going to help quite a bit. He is double expanding behind this, Jon Snow is, but continuing to make Zerglings here. And he's just going to have so much income in larva, he'll be able to make Zerglings forever. Some drones coming out finally now, but a lot of economic damage here. Jon Snow is off to a great start.
Yeah, so many probes have been killed. 12, 13 probes have gone down. The Zealot looks like it's going to fall soon as well. The Mothership Core now
Oh my
has
god.
arrived, but so much damage has been done. 16 probes have died, and more lings are coming across the map.
Such a cool opener here, that aggression into double expand from Jon Snow, making that decisive move directly up into the main. Such an important call, such a good call there. More lost mine time here. Oh my god, is he going to miss building a... Oh, he is going to go ahead and do that overcharge. He's going to be able to deal with most of this, so that's the main reason for not blocking that off with a building. Going to save a little bit of money, but if he missed micros here, he could lose another worker.
Yeah, these lings, they're at least, you know, if they're not killing probes, they are forcing them to move away from those mineral patches for a little bit.
Oh man, taking the gases now, droning up like a madman is Jon Snow. And pretty much only saturating gold minerals because they're the best. Fully saturated gold minerals in the natural and beginning to saturate the third base as well. I mean, he's going to need like 10 more hatcheries just to be able to spend all of this money.
And he is so ahead in workers right now, 35 to 14.
Oh. Yeah, I want to take a look at the income tab real quick. Almost 3 times the mineral economy for Jon Snow compared to Holy Hit. That's ridiculous. Oh my god.
Holy Hit is going to have to make something work, you know, to turn this around in his favor.
Yeah. Oh, but this is gearing up, right? So he just needs a couple. Oh, he's going for 3. Interesting. You can, if you saturate the both gold bases here and take 2 extractors, you can just pump Roach like a maniac. He's going for the 3rd extractor. So maybe mixing in some Ravagers into the composition as well. But we'll see. A lot of it has to do with how late those gases were taken as well. So this 3rd gas could be to kind of catch up just a bit. As far as the gas count is concerned, he does have quite a few minerals in the bank. Like I said, really, really hard to spend that money when you have these 2 fully saturated gold bases.
Yeah, we do have 10 roaches now coming out as well. Zergling speed more than halfway done. And Jon Snow is starting to gear up for another attack.
Oh yeah, this is the 1-2 punch. He dealt so much damage with his initial attack. It's almost impossible for Holy Hit to defend, and this is perfectly calculated by Jon Snow. It's just sort of one of those situations with, you know, boxing combinations. You set up your opponent so they're in just the most vulnerable spot and just woof, 1 hit right to the chin, knocks him out, cold on his feet. We're about to see Jon Snow crush Holy Hit into the ground unless something miraculous happens.
These adepts, they are getting a little bit of scouting. They realize what is coming over. A Stargate and a Twilight Council have been placed for Holy Hit, but I don't think that Stargate's going to be done in time to defend this attack.
No, not at all. So many units streaming out here. Just the sheer macro of Jon Snow is going to be so difficult to keep up with. 3 Ravagers coming into the mix. Oh, even more. Look at this. Yeah, pretty heavy Ravager composition here. So getting that 3rd gas to mix more Ravagers into the composition will allow him to cut down into these pylons. He's got 6, just 1 short of what you need to 1-hit kill a pylon. Once you have 7, you can do that, but it doesn't really matter. There's just so much here. He's just going to crush through this wall super easily. Death to all pylons. GG.
GG.
Fantastic. That attack was almost like a, I don't know, like a sort of formality at that point in time. The game was pretty much over. Just so much damage from that initial attack.
That initial attack killed so many probes, made things just incredibly difficult for Holy Hit. And Jon Snow from there, you know, just sitting back, making sure that, you know, he built up a fair army and just went right back over, as you said.
Yeah,
it was just a formality at that point.
Most of the time, I mean, you said he built a fair army. I mean, at this point in time, I usually don't agree with co-casters, but I think he built an unfair army. That was like ridiculous.
Yes.
It was so big. How do you even deal with something like that? I don't even know. What do you do?
I don't know what you would do at that point.
You die. You transition into GG. I mean, maybe you transition into Alt F4 if you're really pissed off. But I mean, that's the only transition you're left with. But we do have a chance to redeem himself. Can he come back here? This is the last match of the day. Winner will move on to the round of 16. Loser will be eliminated. And we'll have to say goodbye. So will it be our Protoss player or our Zerg. We'll have to see.
Our next map.
Next map.
Yeah, I think it is Ruins of Saris. Yes, it is.
Nice.
It's a rather large map, but there's still a lot of room for early aggression on it as well.
Yep. Definitely a possibility. I'd really like to see a longer game here, but if Jon Snow is just outclassing Holy Hit on that, on that kind of a level, then we're just going to see a quick defeat.
Yeah, it almost wouldn't surprise me to see another quicker spawning pool here from Jon Snow.
Yeah, it would be it's very mind gamey, right? So it's like, there's no way he'll do that build again. Definitely not in Ruins of Saros. The map's huge. And then you're like, oh god, there's lings in my main.
Yep.
Right, well, okay. But Holy Hit really got the bad end of build orders on that last game.
Yeah,
Nexus first against, what I think was a 13 or a 12 pool. That pool was really early. I didn't see the exact timing of it.
12 or 13, I would agree with you. One of those.
So let's see if he plays a little bit safer this time around. Or if he's just going to, stay adamant in his Nexus first, especially in Ruins of Saros. We will have to see.
Yep, and I bet Holy Hit at the same time, he might be thinking that Jon Snow won't do it again, but he's going to be on his guard. He is going to remember that, and I